I come up? No, that's what you said last night. That's what you said the night before. Hey, Kendra, man, I blew off the comp list at Justin's because I thought I was going to see you. And now you're telling me that your girlfriend...
I need your phone.
Oh, what is that? That's why I'm standing on it. What? Hey, what are you, nuts?
My house is burning and my son's inside. I need to report a fire.
Building's only 50% involved. Our guys got here fast.
Not fast enough.
CO asphyxiation. Never woke up.
What were the suspicious origins?
Some kind of accelerant was definitely used.
Is that the mother?
Yeah, Mrs. Parnell.
Mrs. Parnell? I'm Detective Briscoe. This is Detective Green. We're really very sorry about what happened. Are there any other family members home at the time?
My daughter's at a sleepover.
It's good that she wasn't here.
Hey, wait, hey, where do you think you're going?
What happened? Who are you?
I'm Richie Swick. I have the store.
What, the store that's going out of business?
There's one store. I have the store.
Sir, why don't you park your car? We're going to need to take some information from you.
This is a friggin' disaster. I got a delivery today at 200 Yadro.
Sir, you're in the middle of the street.
I just got the Leroy Neiman series of New York Yankee lithographs. That's paper. It's burnt.
This woman just lost her son. Shut your mouth and move your car.
There's your accelerant. Paint thinner. Found it in the back hall.
Better stick close to Mr. Zwick there. He's going to be really upset when he finds out there are people in this world who deliberately cost him his lithographs.
Come on, Katie, let's go get some ice cream. Let me know if you need anything.
I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have her as a friend.
Mrs. Parnell, what can you tell us about your ex-husband?
What do you want to know?
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
I don't know. A few weeks ago, maybe.
What about last night?
Why do you ask that?
We were told the two of you used to quarrel quite a bit.
That's true. That's probably why we got divorced. He wouldn't start a fire, though. That fire probably started by something electrical. That building had fuses blowing all the time.
What can you tell us about your son?
What do you mean?
What kind of condition did he have exactly?
What difference does that make now?
Probably none. It would just help us to understand the situation.
He had developmental problems. I had a difficult pregnancy, and he had respiratory problems and some learning disability. Nothing that matters now.
Where can we find your ex-husband, Mrs. Parnell?
You talked to Colin.
Yeah, according to him, your son was severely handicapped.
Sure, according to him. We found the least little thing we had to do for Ian utterly overwhelming.
We were told that Ian was prone to starting fires.
I stopped smoking so there wouldn't be matches around. I replaced the gas stove in the apartment with an electric.
Was he out of your sight long enough to have set that fire? Since you stopped smoking, where'd he get the matches?
I don't know. I must have had a pack hidden away somewhere.
Mommy! Mommy, watch me!
Excuse me.
Wherever she hid him, he must have found him. And the paint thinner?
I went to bed at 10:30. Woke up, smelled smoke, and ran out of my room.
Where'd you go?
I told you where I went. I went to try and save my son.
But you couldn't.
No, I couldn't. I went to try to open his door, and the doorknob was too hot to touch. Plus, there was flames and smoke, and I couldn't get in.
The problem is, Mrs. Parnell, is that your son's door wasn't closed.
It wasn't closed?
These marks on the ceiling show that it was open.
I remember it being closed. If I'm wrong, maybe I was in a state of panic or...
You also never went to bed.
What are you talking about?
Your bedroom door was closed. It slowed down the fire. Your bed was completely intact. See? Blanket pulled all the way up to the top of the bed.
That bed was never slept in.
It was a warm night. I slept on top of the blankets.
You're not helping yourself, Megan.
Are you saying I killed my own son?
What we're saying is you were in a desperate situation, and maybe without meaning to, you looked to get out of it.
I never looked to get out of anything.
The fire was set, Megan.
So what? So why is it you think I'm the only one who could have said it?
We found paint thinner on your nightgown.
I think maybe I should talk to a lawyer. I think maybe she's right.
Murder in the second degree, how does the defendant plead?
Barry Peck for the defense, Your Honor.
I know who you are, counselor.
My client pleads not guilty.
People request bail in the amount of $500,000.
What an unconscionable abuse of the judicial process.
Mr. Peck.
Your Honor, forgive me. This woman has had to endure the untimely death of one child. She asks that the imposition of bail in any amount not serve to separate her from a remaining child pending resolution of this matter.
This woman is charged with bringing about the untimely death of her child. The heinous nature of the crime requires the imposition of high bail.
Why is she compounding this woman's tragedy?
Your Honor, I hope the court recognizes that this prosecution would not have been undertaken had there not been substantial evidence of the defendant's guilt.
That is a blatant falsehood. You know it to be a blatant falsehood, and I'm offended at having to address you as an officer of the court.
Can it, counselor? Bail is set in the amount of $100,000. Call the next case.